Imagine the perfect assassination. Zero witnesses, zero agents on the ground. 1,000 miles of separation between the shooter and the target. This is the file. November 27, 2020. Absard, Iran. A quiet highway east of Tehran. A black Nissan Tiana moves down the road, surrounded by 3 security vehicles, 11 armed bodyguards, rotating shifts, years of training. The car itself is armored, windows rated to stop 7.62mm rounds, doors reinforced with composite steel. Inside sits a man the world barely knows, but intelligence agencies have tracked for decades. Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, chief scientist of Iran's nuclear program. The convoy slows. A Nissan Zamyad pickup truck is stopped ahead. It looks abandoned. The security team scans. No threats visible. No movement. Then something inside the truck activates. Not a bomb. Something more precise. A weapon, belt-fed, heavy caliber, rising on a robotic mount, and it's looking for a face. Match confirmed. 5 shots, 15 rounds, 13 seconds. No human pulled the trigger. For 20 years, Western intelligence tried to photograph this man. They failed. He worked in facilities with no windows, drove in armored convoys, never appeared in public. While other Iranian officials gave speeches and attended summits, Fakhrizadeh remained invisible because his work was too sensitive, too valuable. He led Iran's nuclear weapons research, codename AMAD Project, underground facilities, hardened against airstrikes, enriching uranium toward weapons-grade purity. International inspectors suspected Iran was pursuing a weapon. Fakhrizadeh was the architect. Israeli intelligence called him the Iranian Oppenheimer, the only man who could complete the program, which meant he couldn't be allowed to continue. But killing him was nearly impossible. He traveled with 11 bodyguards, elite training. His routes changed constantly, never announced in advance, never the same twice. Counter-surveillance teams swept ahead. Armed drones monitored from above. Communications were encrypted. A traditional sniper? Too far. Too exposed. Escape routes blocked. A car bomb? Too imprecise. Too many civilians. The problem was simple. How do you kill a target you can't get close to? The answer required 3 things. 1. A weapon that could operate without a human present. 2. Real-time targeting despite satellite delays. 3. Absolute precision to avoid collateral damage. It would take months of planning, advanced engineering, and technology that officially doesn't exist. The weapon chosen was an FNMAG, Belgian-made, belt-fed, 7.62 by 51mm NATO. Effective range, 800 meters. Rate of fire, 650 rounds per minute. Proven reliability in desert conditions. And critically, it could be broken down into components small enough to smuggle. Operating the weapon remotely created a massive problem. Signal delay. From the command center to the weapon and back, a 1.6-second delay. In 1.6 seconds, a car traveling 50 kilometers per hour moves nearly 2 meters. You can't hit a moving target with a 1.6-second reaction time. Not with human reflexes. Solution? Don't use human reflexes. Use artificial intelligence. The weapon system used multiple cameras, high frame rate, thermal and optical, and AI analyzed movement patterns, calculated velocity, predicted position 1.6 seconds into the future. Then fired, compensating for the delay automatically. But the system needed one more element: facial recognition. The AI was trained on every available image of Fakhrizadeh, decades of surveillance photos. It would only fire if it confirmed his face, not his bodyguards, not a civilian. If confidence dropped below 98%, the weapon wouldn't engage. Getting the weapon into Iran required precision. The FNMAG was disassembled into 37 separate components, each piece small enough to hide. They were smuggled separately, over months, through different routes. Some came through commercial shipping, disguised as machinery parts. The pieces were stored in different locations, then moved to a single safe house, where technicians assembled them, tested the system, calibrated the AI. The Nissan Zamyad pickup was purchased months earlier. Modifications made slowly. A false floor was built. The weapon mount installed underneath, cameras hidden in the cabin, a satellite dish concealed in the roof. They test-fired it in the desert. At night, trained the AI on local traffic patterns, then waited for the right moment. For weeks, they tracked Fakhrizadeh's movements, looking for patterns. Despite varying his routes, certain highways appeared more frequently. One section in particular, the highway near Absard, open terrain, clear sight lines. This would be the kill zone. November 27th, Friday afternoon, intelligence confirmed Fakhrizadeh was traveling to his villa. Route, Highway 77 through Absard. Operators received confirmation. The ambush was authorized. The Nissan Zamyad was driven to position, parked on the shoulder, engine off, doors locked. The driver exited and disappeared. Remotely, the weapon system activated. Cameras scanning, AI initializing. Then it waited, 1447. The convoy appeared on satellite, 3 vehicles, moving at 65 kilometers per hour. The AI detected the lead vehicle, began tracking, scanning for the target's face. Lead vehicle passed, no match. Second vehicle approaching, black Nissan Tiana. Scanning intensifies, match. Confidence, 99.7%. Target confirmed. Then the distraction. A second Nissan sedan, 300 meters ahead, suddenly stopped. Hazards blinking. The convoy slowed. Security assessed the disabled vehicle. Attention focused ahead. Behind them, the weapon mount rose. The tarp fell away. The barrel rotated, aiming. The AI calculated the angle. It aimed for the window frame joint. The structural weakness. First burst, 3 rounds, 0.4 seconds. The glass fractured. Second burst, 5 rounds, 0.6 seconds. Penetration achieved. Third burst, 7 rounds. Final engagement. Security reacted. Bodyguards exited vehicles, weapons drawn. The weapon retracted, back into the truck. Security surrounded the truck, expecting a driver, a shooter. Found no one, just machinery. From the command center, operators confirmed the mission. Parameters achieved. Final protocol engaged. Explosive charges throughout the truck. Timer, 45 seconds. Security teams were still investigating. Unaware of the timer, the truck exploded. Complete destruction. Nothing remained intact. Mission complete. The news spread within hours. Iran blamed Israel, vowed retaliation. Israel said nothing. But within intelligence communities, the operation was studied intensely. Not because of who was killed, but how. Every previous targeted killing required human proximity. This operation changed that. No human operator in the country, no risk of capture, no forensic trail. The strategic implications were profound. No target was unreachable anymore. Distance no longer provided protection. Defenses would have to evolve. Facial recognition countermeasures, signal jamming. The arms race had entered a new phase. Autonomous weapons, AI-targeted killings, and the ethical questions remained unanswered. Who's accountable when an AI kills? Today, the highway near Absard looks the same. Traffic moves normally, but the technology that killed him? Still operational, still classified, still being refined. Because once a method is proven, it will be used again. In an age of satellites and AI, there's nowhere to hide. The truck is gone, the weapon destroyed, the evidence erased, but the precedent remains. No human pulled the trigger.